Hello. I promised a video on Tattlers and Tattler Lids, and I'm gonna do it for you. So, first thing with Tattlers that I have found, they have to be perfectly centered on the rim of the glass. But there are times, and I should have had something here, that there's a niche. I don't have it centered. You can see that. You see it sticking out. Well, I usually have a little block of wood and very fine sandpaper, and I couldn't find it right now. So right now I'm using a fingernail file. And let me see, do I have that? Yeah. I marked it with a pencil just so I could see it. Not that I can't feel it. And I'm just going to bring it down. Doesn't take much. But that little nib, when the inside of the band touches it, can slide the Tattler lid to the opposite side. So all you're going to do, very gently, take that little nib off. You know what they are? Did you ever see little kits for kids to make airplane models and car models and things like that? Well, that's how the Tattler lids are made. They come kind of with this, I don't know what you call it, but a streak of the same materials that keeps them through the manufacturing process. So that's what I've done, is I've taken that off. Now I'm going to show you something that's really going to blow your mind. I may not have this adjusted right. To get some good light, I'm sitting where I can't even see. Now, Tattler says in their instructions, make sure the lid is centered. Let me show you something. That's a lot of play, isn't it? And the gasket is only that wide. So when they say center it, they mean really work at centering it. Now, I've done something here on this jar. Maybe I have to lower this just a little bit more. Watch my camera collapse on me. Do you see this marking that says off? That's where the ring comes off. This is the ring. This is what I'm calling the ring. People call it bands, whatever. That's where the band comes off. If I pull up, you see it's coming off in that area. Okay, now, we're just going to kind of ignore the center right now because I want you to focus on this. That's lined onto the threads. Whoops. Let's start with the middle lid. I apologize. There. Do I have it in the window? I think so. Now I'm going to turn until this ring tightens fingertip tight. Can you see the, did a line that says M for middle lid? And it goes all the way over here before it comes off. That is half the jar. There's a seam right there. There's the other seam. So, now to loosen it, oh, anyway, in that vicinity, right? This is not scientific. Now I'm going to put a Tattler on. And why am I doing this? I'm trying to teach you don't untwist the ring a quarter turn. Now I'm going to tighten it. Almost. Well, thereabouts. To the, I don't know if you can read it. It's a blue line here. And I put a T for Tattler. Do you see where it comes off at? So if you come off, ooh, right there again on that mark, you cannot twist this lid a quarter turn. You cannot untighten it a quarter turn. It won't work. Tattler itself, on the instructions that come with Tattler lids, they say screw band on jar loosely. Finger tip tight. I don't know if I got this down here. Probably not. Anyway, fingertip tight. Do not over tighten. So, fingertip tight is like what you do to all your canning jars. Right? There you go. You've only got that far to go before this rim is going to explode off this jar. And it has happened. Linda's Pantry just had it happen with her before the Hatch green chilies. So, when you put it on, don't loosen it up. Just put it on like you put a regular canning lid on. End. Now here's how I do it. I keep having to look at my camera and it's the side of me. They say to center. Okay? I don't trust that it's not going to be centered. There. Now put pressure on it with your finger. Put your ring on and tighten it fingertip tight. That way you know that this thing is still centered. How often do you don't notice it in metal lids, but to put this on, most people don't just come, most canners don't just mark their lids and put them on nice and safely. So it's important for you to get the center, hold it on, like that. Then you can find wherever it starts, however it starts, safely. I hope that has answered some questions about these lids. Now we're going to go to the largemouth. Okay. I've done the same thing. This is new, by the way, so I'm not cheating. I've done the same thing. So that's where it starts. That's where it tightens. Okay? Now let's do it with a Tattler. And I'm using brand new Tattler gaskets, just so there's no changes. Let me get it on. Okay, there's the tightness to the Tattler, roughly. I don't want to tighten it down, but... Now, watch how that comes off. Oh! Let's see, I was just pulling. And when you're canning, there will be a whole lot more pressure inside than that. Let me try not to pull cheating here. Okay, here we go. That's where it comes off. That's not far, folks. And yet a little bit of pressure will cause it to come off sooner. Now I have played with this with every jar I own, and believe me, I own a lot. And it's always the same. So if you're gonna use Tattler lids, which I absolutely love, I've been using them for years. I've never had an explosion. I've had, I think, maybe 2 failures, if that many. But I always get that thing off, always. Because see, that can push that lid that far, that way, once inside the ring. My nails are horrible. Anyway, this is my frog, Mr. Tattler. He's always with me. You might wonder how I made him. Well, I made him in my embroidery hoop on my embroidery machine. If you want to see a video on that, put a note in the comments, because they're fun to do. I give them away. When I go shopping, I always carry a couple, put them on my shoulder or on the basket handle, and when the kids see them, and even adults, I'll just hand them to them. That's my little thing. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this answers a lot of questions. Oh, lastly, about the Tattler lids. They're dishwasher safe. Wash thoroughly. Do not use bleach or similar strong oxidizing agents or strong acids. And definitely reusable. That's from their website. Used with pressure canners and water bath canners. FDA and USDA approved materials. Used with the standard metal band ring. And they say after 12 or 24 hours after you've canned, if it's not sealed, it will lift off the jar easily. So don't grab it and try to shake it off that jar, just like you wouldn't do to any other canning lid. These instructions, they're on the Tattler website. And I don't know where people get that you must, even on the box, that you must unscrew the lid a 1/4 turn. I mean, that's just not on here, not even a 1/4 inch. Just remember, fingertip tight, because all the jars, metal lids and Tattlers, they need to expand their gases. So don't clamp that lid down or you're going to have problems. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, feel free to hit the thumbs up like button. If you want to subscribe to my channel, that would be wonderful, because I'm going to be doing a lot of very interesting little videos. Thank you for watching.